thing. Welcome to Season 1, Race 15 of the MIRD. Welcome to Zandvoort in the Netherlands. I wanted to check if I actually do this out of order, because I don't know if I did the road course first or the speedway first. I'm not sure. Might be doing it out of order now, but that's okay. Right now, the starting grid, we have Jazz Cranston actually in first, next to Godful, who's in second. Raven Conwell third, next to Aventus Flouchard in fourth. Winfrey Schrock in fifth, and Pinkelman in sixth. Jane Sen in seventh, next to Speed Maximum in eighth. For the back markers of the third group of back markers, we have Jaffa Cake and Noah Niola and Fastboy and Abawa. Second group, Mecha Spider. Oh, Scott Matthews actually cheated his way up a bit. Vincent Mirdo, second of the second group. Kawai McDeso also in there, in the group he doesn't belong in. Then Super Bingle and Milka as the worst of these. Third of the worst group is just the last name. Brian Henderson, Cheryl Mirdo, Alana Bordell, and The Avenger. I'm sorry that I'm going through so fast through them, but they don't really matter. Anyway, today, race 15, the last cut-off today. We are having our finals next week, our one final race, which I haven't decided on yet, but it's definitely going to be much longer than all the other races we had. Yeah, that's basically it. It's probably going to be a road track again, because I think those are the most interesting. I don't know if you want an oval for the final track. Yeah, so basically the first 8 cars right now, they are still in the running for the championship. Of course, Jess Cranston in first, who is right now 7th overall, so he definitely needs a pretty good position here in the race to make it still. Could definitely be a good start, because this is a track where you definitely want to have a good qualifying, because on these road tracks usually not that much overtaking. And away we go. The first lap starts now. Godful starts to be a bit fast on the outside just as we start, but Cranston seems to be able to keep it, because he of course has the inside line, the shorter line, and does it perfectly. That corner has a bit of an incline, but everybody masters it ideally. As I say that he mastered the track pretty well, he loses a position already. 2 positions actually. Godful now in first, in front of Flowerchild, who with a second place here, if he keeps that position, could definitely almost guarantee him to finish first in the season. I don't think there's much of a contest that he will make it to the finals. Flowerchild is pretty safe in the final race, but of course right now it's securing the victory, pretty much securing the championship already. And with a second place, there's not many cars behind you that can still catch you, because Godful right now in third, of course, so if he wins, he can definitely make up a few points, but he's still right now 100 points down. Cranston in 7th. Pinkelman is in 6th right now, so he also still needs to fight in front of his teammate Raven Cronwell, who is in 5th overall. Next rival for the championship right now, 4th, Speedy McZoom is also 100 points down, but he's down in 6th, so that's not gonna happen. Winfrey Schrock, the other teammate of Aogiri Heel, in 7th, and Jane Sen in 8th. And we have a really fast number 5 car here, making the move outside of the draft. Okay, but nothing's really happening. I need to catch up with Jet. What's happening? I also demand the title of Meadow Sex Tape. It's been interesting to notice that I am 3rd, 6th of the points for the team. Yeah, because everybody else has died pretty early. I mean, Gibbo has died tragically, sadly, but that's just how the season works. Lol, wait, Peter Pan, Neverland. Oh, yeah, we ended Neverland. K-Coda. Second poop. What? Liam doing a funny, that's new, yeah. Normally we just laugh about who he is, not what he says. I do believe you haven't said any points improvement for a month. I haven't said any point improvements. Could be. So we don't do point improvements since race 10, so you can check the Excel sheet we have, the MIRD driver field, if you have 250 points in total. If you do, then you don't need to do anything. If you don't, then you can still increase until you have that amount. I'm not sure if you did back then. So we basically see a pretty interesting dynamic right here, because Godful right now in the lead, pretty dominant in front of Flowerchild, and there's a bit of a gap there. In third, it's still just Cranston, Pinkelman in fourth, Cornwell, McZoom, Schrock, and Jane Sen. So not much happened here right now. Jane Sen, I think, was seventh, so they lost the position to their teammate. Powerful Jazz. I think Startup Grid stopped after race 10. Yep. Go Godful. I honestly just waiting for Kawaii to fuck up something again. All because swish swoosh. Listen. Yeah, I'm at 240. Yeah, you can increase 10 more points. So you can increase one stat by 10 or two stats by 5. Which I can apply after this race if you want. I would be a nice enough person to do so. Okay, so right now it's definitely nothing much happening. So we are in... Oh, I don't even have the thing open. I'm an idiot. We are in lap 3, of course. Pretty long laps here. Fastest lap right now also by Godful. Of course, he's in the clean air. He's in front. He is the only one that posted a lap below 132. So that's pretty interesting. Flowerchild with the second fastest makes sense. Pinkelman with the third fastest, actually. Jess Cranston only in fifth with the fastest lap, but that by a small margin. I see Jane Sen on this straight always trying to overtake, but never really happening. Not quite, but he's now taking the inside on Schrock. They are both only fighting in each other. Schrock should really let Sen pass, because at this stage he's just keeping him down, basically. He's just holding him back. Sen, one of the only cars really that still has a good chance at the championship. Schrock, if he doesn't generally improve here, that's basically it. 7th place here is not gonna be enough. They need a bit of a miracle, so they kind of need a win here, or 2nd place. Sen, of course, every point will count because they're still pretty high up, only 60 points down from the leader. You gotta imagine how much politics play into this maneuver of Schrock. If the team basically says, tells Schrock to let him by, or if Flowerchild says no, he needs to block him. So I have a easier way of winning the championship. Who knows? This could be a factor. Of course, always only speculation. I have the legal right to bully you. Nope. Discorrect. I don't know if discorrect is a word. Cornwell right now getting a bit closer to the 3rd place, who is Pinkelman, but not quite able to get enough speed to overtake or even get on the inside of them. I don't think there's been any overtaking so far. At least that's what it feels like. Godful has been building quite the lead now, 2 seconds ahead of Flowerchild. Doesn't seem like he is gonna have that taken away from him. He is the king of the Netherlands right now, the true survivor, if you will, of the Netherlands. Say the upgrades in Discord just in case. Cool. Can you put them in this chat real quick so I don't need to tab out? Oh no, it doesn't matter. I can check that. Okay, I'm gonna check between races. It's fine. Thank you, Jazz. Oh, Godful everybody's cutting the curb there quite hard. Hopefully that's not gonna cause any issues there. It doesn't seem like it. Godful almost looks like he's a bit drifting around some corners, a bit skirting around. We are in lap 5, so I expect some pit stops fairly soon here. Don't mind the flickering road. That's probably okay. Yes. Yes. So Nola's still the best of the rest right now. We're in 9th, number 14. Number 10, of course, being Jaffa Cake, who's in 10th. So that makes sense that number 10 is in 10th. I think Jaffa Cake has been in 10th quite a bit. At least that's what it feels like. Quadful, I think he gained a bit of a lead, a bit more of a lead onto Flower Child, but not much. I think by 0.08 seconds. But of course, every bit of time can be deciding at the end. Jane Sen still stuck behind Winfrey Schrock, as it looks like. Speedy McZoom in 6th. So the contenders right now, except for Godful, not really doing so hot. Jane Sen still stuck behind his teammate. Speedy McZoom also not really getting anything done. Cornwell in 5th, so definitely not what he would like. But he has some important cars behind him, especially Speedy McZoom, who of course is going to be basically the car to beat in this, because McZoom is in 4th and Cornwell in 5th. At this stage, Godful is probably not going to get catched, so he's probably through to the finals. If Jensen keeps performing like this, they might also be in trouble, so we don't know. We will see what happens after the 16th race, so we need to see that. Need to see if this poor performance by them does anything for that. Pinkelman in 4th still. They definitely need a bit more than that, but they are now beating McZoom and Cornwell, so maybe that's what it takes. Cranston in 3rd, that's gonna help them quite a bit. So yeah, basically this pack, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now, the cars to watch basically, because they are all pretty close to catching McZoom, and then all in front of him. So that's gonna be interesting. But they also need to beat themselves. Basically, it's pretty much the rankings there basically upside down. Cranston in 7th overall, Pinkelman in 6th, Cornwell in 5th, McZoom in 4th. Winfrey Schrock, of course, right now 8th. But he's in 7th, and Jane Sen in 2nd. So this is gonna be interesting, especially because Godfall is probably gonna get a win here, maybe 2nd place. Depends on how the pit stop goes, which I expect to happen maybe this lap, maybe next one, pretty soon. What happened? Gotta snuggle with my buddy Joseph. Pretty much. Kansai Drifte. Oh, I think we're seeing the pit stops right now, especially, definitely from the leading pack. Quadful, Flower Child. I think Schrock and Sen are staying out for now, so they're going in later. Might be interesting strategy. Maybe that will pay off. Who knows? We'll look at it from this angle. I think there was a bit of contact there. Again, Cornwell and Flowerchild contacted there. I think also with Pinkelman. So pretty tight pit lane here. Quadful. Oh, I think I know where the retirements in my testing came from. I think I know. Oh dear. Oh dear. Huh. I don't know what to do with this information. That's a bit horseshit, isn't it? Do we have yellows now? No, we're not. Okay. Huh. Yeah, so there's definitely problems with pathfinding of the NPCs. Cool. With Jensen and Zoom Zoom behind me, 5th is totally okay, especially since Schrock isn't in front of me. Yep. That's not how you need to drive. So yeah, what do you guys think of what just happened there? Do we need to pick a different track? Because I don't think anyone took like major damage. I don't think anyone had like really bad. I don't think anything really bad happened, but it's definitely like that was a bit of bullshit there. So that's definitely like a track fault, not really a fault of the game or whatever. So we'll see here. Windfish Rock and Jason, of course, taking the pit stop one lap later. Maybe that helps them. Maybe that actually benefits them, because right now they are driving out and there's not really a car in sight. The quad car. Oh no, the quad car is taking the lead again. Windfish Rock in second, Jason in third right now. So that pit stop really helped them, pretty much secure them from the chaos in the pit lane. So yeah, Schrock in second now. Really good pit stop from them. Sen in third, Cronwell in fourth, Flouchard fifth, Just Grants down to sixth, Abara actually in seventh, who says is retired for some reason. Nola in eighth. Do we actually have retirements? Let me check. Chamber Avenger, blah 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 blah. Last time Pinkelman in 20th. Did Joseph Peter Pinkelman die? On the Dutch track? Yeah, I guess he died. Nah, fuck it, that's hilarious. Is it? I feel like that's a bit of horsery. So yeah, another pit stop for Pinkelman. There had been something wrong with his car, apparently. Don't really know what happened there, but definitely something wrong there, so that's a big issue. He right now down in yeah, last. Not really much in the way of recovering from that. So in his home track in Zonde, the one he requested actually, he's gonna probably finish last. Maximzum, he retired. I don't think he has. I think that's what we in the business call fake news. Oh, he has. What? He has. Huh. Yeah, he's out. Huh. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this, I'm gonna be honest. Because that's some major horse shit. That's some good old horse. Good old-fashioned horse shit. I mean, thing is that last week had like 10 layers of bullshit too, and that counted. Did it? Yeah, but we didn't have like actual issues with the track. You know, because this is just the issue of the mod. And the week before. Listen. So I'd kind of be unfair to discredit this race for less. I guess. But yeah, I feel like this has been a bit weird. Anyway, Godful still in the lead, in front of the number 1 car, which is Windfish Rock in second, Jane Sen third, and Team Pep in fourth with Raven Cromwell. So Team Pepega are definitely really highly benefiting from the chaos in the pit lane here. Flowerchild lost a few places, now down to fifth, but still his team definitely, that strategy did wonders for them. They could avoid the problems. Cranston down to sixth, Abara in seventh right now, because all the other cars of the top group are retired, or at least are yeah, Pinkelman also retired now. So yeah, that's interesting developments here. Has this been hella funny though? Fuck yeah. Has this race been hella bullshit? Yes. Has it been funny? Okay, that's good. I mean, I guess. You never know with like the track mods. Like, you never know really what happens, and I don't have time to test like a full race of these every time for every track, because that would take me half an hour. I don't have that kind of time to fly to throw about, sadly. Wish I did. Schroxen, Cornwell, Flowerchild, Cranston. So these are the top 6 cars right now. What do the retirements mean? Pinkelman and Max Zoom Zoom. Of course, Max Zoom Zoom in fourth right now. So the NAS has been having real bad luck. Of course, last week as well. Both cars, not Nola and Abauer, both doing not well, and oh no, they came like second and third, but they still got eliminated. Both cars last week eliminated. And the last remaining car, Max Zoom Zoom, now with huge issues after that problem in the pit lane, might be facing elimination here. That's gonna be a big issue for them, because that's a lot of points lost. Cromwell in 5th on the overall standings right now, so they definitely gonna benefit from that. Schrock, of course, getting a desperate, really big break here in 2nd. They have been climbing. Of course, they won the last race, so 2nd place is going to be really good for them. Definitely keeps the hopes and dreams alive of Team Paprika to have all 3 cars in the finals. Jansen with a 3rd place, so they are going to catch a few points onto Flouchard if this keeps going as it is. Cranston in 6th. They're gonna keep their hopes and dreams a bit alive to make it onto 4th, but it's gonna be very close. At least they're beating out Pinkelman and Max Zoom Zoom, so that's a big plus for that, of course. But it's gonna be tough. They definitely need a really good position in the last race here to make it. Also, kind of love how they get like really slow on the start-stop for some reason. Susie, who's Susie? Susie Max Zoom Zoom? I just don't want to see Settle's reaction to this, because this is basically his end. Yeah, this is probably Pinkelman done. And it's on the track he wanted. It's on the track he requested. Because this is Zonder. He wanted Zonder. It's Zandvoort, but it's Zonder. It's the same. It is just a different name, as far as I know. So yeah, this is the track he wanted. He requested this, and he died. So that's sad. Godful still with the fastest lap, but now more cars have beaten a 132, so Cornwell with the 2nd fastest lap right now. Still 0.2 seconds slower than the fastest of Godful still. And the 26th, Jess Cranston, also with a sub 132 time. Number 51, that's Pinkelman with the 4th fastest lap, and Floucher with 5th. So I believe this is like the last corner right now. So Godful is gonna take this victory in the Netherlands. Yeah, there's the start stop. There's the checkered flag. So they're gonna celebrate that victory, which basically cements them in the final race. So one member of Firebrand pretty much secured, almost lapping Henderson there. Schrock in 2nd. 3rd we have Jane Sen. 4th we Cronwell. 5th Flouchard, and 6th we have Jazz Cranston, who went for an overtake there at the very last moment, but couldn't quite make it. So pretty good result for Team Pepega here. Both cars that are were a bit worrisome in the beginning, recovering with an amazing pit stop. Flouchard in 5th, so maybe it's getting a bit closer now on the top again. And of course, 2 retirements of really good cars, of really fast cars, Max Zoom Zoom and Pinkelman. So those are gonna be an issue. So we can tell him that he asked for this. I think Cranston actually was overtaken there shortly before, maybe. But I think not, because Cranston wasn't 6th the whole time. So the rest of the scores are Nola finishes in 7th here, Fastboy in 8th, so the NAS kind of a bit of a redemption tour here. Cake in 9th, and 10th we have a Bauer. Vincent Murdo in 11th, pretty good result for them. Alana Bodell, amazing in 12th. Just the last name in 13th, also really good result for their class. Mecha Spider 14th, Super Bingle 15th, Scott Murphy 16th, Chiquito Milka 17th, Kawaii Medisu with 18th, The Avenger in 19th, Charles Meadow in 20th, Brian Henderson in last, and of course Max Zoom Zoom and Pinkelman, who have retired with issues resorting out of the pit lane accident. So yeah, let's see how this changes things. And exit. Exit means exit. Cool, Leo on brand. Yeah, Liam in 13th, of course. So, give me 1 second. That's not it, Chief. Oops. Starting the parser. Renaming the race. Race 15. Alright, there we go. Should be updated now. So let's see if it did. Yep, there we go. For the race standings, of course, as usual, Pinkelman and Zoom Zoom both retiring on the same lap. Zoom Zoom was in front of him, so he gets 22nd. Of course, not much of a difference, but it's something. Brian Henderson 21st, Cheryl Meadow, Avenger, Kawami Chiquito Milka, Scott Murphy, Super Bingo, Mecha Spider last name, and Alana Budell with pretty good results for their class. Vincent Meadow 11th, Abara, Cake, Fastboy, and Neola for the eliminated cars, all at least 20 seconds down of the fast pack. In 6th, we have Jazz Cranston. 5th, Avensis Flower Child. So they're going to lose a bit of track onto on the road to the championship. Cornwell in 4th, Jane Sen in 3rd, and Winfish Rock in 2nd. So 2 cars of Team Pepega in the top spot. That's probably going to be pretty interesting, pretty important for the end. And Godful in 1st. Of course, that only means exactly 30 points on gain on Avensis Flower Child. But every point counts in this stage. You never know how close the decider will be at the end. So let's see what that does to the overall standings. Overall, on the bottom part, I don't think much changed. Just the last name with Ryan Henderson now tied for 17th. So they are in a fight up in arms to see who makes it 17th, who's the best of the losers. Next race will decide who will go as first into the finals. So yeah, Henderson in front of last name, Scott Matthews in 3rd, Bordell, Meadow, and McDessu, and the Avenger still in last. In the second group, we have Mecha Spider still in the lead. Vincent Meadow in 14 points down. Super Bingo 2 points down of Vincent Meadow and Chiquito Milka in 16th. Third group, we have Fastboy in the lead right now in front of Nola and Abara Jaffa in 12th. Okay, so the best of the British. Oh yeah, it's best of the British. I mean, best of the British is Quad or Jazz, but yeah, I get what you mean. The top of the British. Pinkelman now in 8th, of course, with that disastrous finish that lost them a lot of points. 80 points down on the 4th, so that's probably them out. Same with Speedy McZoom Zoom now 50 points down onto the 4th place. That definitely hurt. So the NAS was a pretty promising team for a long time. One that the people might thought that was able to challenge Team Pepega, but it wasn't meant to be. This is probably the end of them. Jazz Cranston in 6th, still in the range, still in a 20-point range. So as we see in the single race standing, give me a sec. There is of course a gap between 1st and 8th of 40 points, so that's definitely enough to make up a difference of 30 points or 20 points even for the final. So that's not out of the ordinary. So I'd say it's definitely going to go down between Jazz Cranston, Winfish Rock, and Raven Cornwell, who are probably going to fight for the last place between them next to Flower Child, Sen, and Quadful, because they are pretty much secured. So will it actually be a three-way Team Pepega final with Quadful in there, or will it be Raven Cornwell with the redemption arc of Aragiri Heel, who have been doing not great? Of course, Kawaii is one of the laughing stocks of the whole season. Or will it be the Yorkshire Dragons, Jess Cranston? Probably also very consistent car, really good whole season through. Has been his team, of course, also been damaged by quite a bit of bullshit. Brian Henderson being eliminated in the very first thing, despite never being below the line before that. He has been pretty good until that very last race, which eliminated him by 1 point behind Milka because of a penalty. And Megaspite, of course, also had a bit of bad luck and got eliminated in the second phase. So maybe this will be the time where they redeem the Dragons. Of course, like I said, Grodful in third right now, so he's 70 points down on Flowerchild. Another good result like that could definitely close the gap there. Jameson in second, only 50 points down. So how much was that before? That was 62 points, so they gained 10 points. Grodful gained 30 points, so that's pretty helpful for them, of course. Maybe we'll see a pretty exciting final. Maybe not. Depends on this very last race now. Alright. Yeah, that's the race 15 for YouTube over. Cool. Actually, no. Let's look at the team standings. They don't matter because who do you think will win the team points thing? I don't know. It's definitely pretty interesting between Firebrand and Yorkshire Dragons, who are fighting for fourth right now. I would give you Heel probably secured in third. If I give for finals, maybe I give 1,000 points for finals as a bonus. I'm not sure. Because right now for joining the next stage, people got 500 points bonus. I think I might do 1,000 now. The Nas in second still, pretty secure there. And Super Pig, of course, in very first. Cool. So yeah, that's the race 15 part over for YouTube. Here's the cut.